Hello everyone, this is Karst, and welcome back to Avowed. So, we are intending to go to Fior Iverno this episode. Hopefully someone there will actually be able to pronounce the name of the city, because I am going to have to operate under the assumption that I've been pronouncing everything wrong the entire time I've been playing. Now, there are several quests that are still available to me, and there are definitely some regions I haven't quite explored yet, but I kind of figure in Fior, I might pick up a new party member, right? Presumably it's going to be that girl with the voice that I don't like, that we met at the very opening in this region. And I'm probably going to be picking up a few more quests around there as well, right? So more than likely, I'm going to come across more things to do, more reasons to be out exploring, and potentially given more details about the western area here. And then, of course, once I have the free range, I guess, to explore this area, I can finally go to the southern area, finish off the north, and then kind of loop around in a clockwise fashion. So I think I'm just going to run straight ahead, cut around this side, maybe not finish off the entire area, maybe like halfway, and then actually go inside. I just want to see, or at least clear out the fog of war. So let's go run ahead. This does look like it's Dreamscourge related, which is kind of concerning. Because it kind of looks like the Dreamscourge is spawning in. No one around here seems to be worried about that, though. I'm seeing that kind of like magical mist rising from these mushrooms and stuff, and no one seems to care, which is really weird. Because I would be freaking out, I think, if I saw that in such close vicinity. But apparently not a big deal for these folks. Now, apparently there were still several buildings around here that I hadn't explored. I didn't realize that when I first came to the farmland here. So I guess I'm going to have to figure out if these are enterable first and foremost. The answer for that one is no. I do see I have a quest person right in front of me, which is interesting. Do not enter! Due to structural instability caused by recent sinkhole activity, this building is condemned until further notice. Valerie, if you're reading this, please speak with Governor Vidaro for more information on relocation. As tempting as it may be to ignore the issue after so long on the road, please be mindful. It is not safe here, and you will be looked after. Who's Valerie? Is that a name I should know? I'm not sure. I'm kind of hoping to jump into this building anyway, despite the warning. Because, you know, I'm an explorer, right? I'm allowed to explore, although it doesn't look like I can actually climb up or anything, so... And it doesn't really look like they've programmed anything inside the building, so... Oh yeah? Well, that sounds like there's a quest right here waiting for me, right after I look at these things. Look at that, I'm protecting the local populace by taking out the nudge caps and the spiders. Ooh, instant kill. Not gonna complain about that. Who wants to hit me? I heard a noise. Okay, well that's fine. There are a bunch of new abilities that my guys have now, which is nice. Oh. Okay, well that was incredibly easy. But yeah, that gives me more utility in battle, which is good. I realize now that I am traversing in a direction away from where I intended to start. Which happens very, very easily in this game, by the way. Alright, Cielo Panini, or Pianini. What do you want?
What do I tell Sovia? What do I tell the children?
What happened?
It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
Why is that my fault? Yeah. Why don't you tell me what you lost instead of insulting me?
I left the whole pile right here. Enough food, good food, safe food, to get us through the next few months. I went inside just for a moment. The bandits took everything. This was probably her last harvest. There's not a damn thing left to eat.
There's something else wrong at this farm?
What? No. We're fine. No smuggling, no Dreamscourge. What are you implying?
Nothing. Oh, that is a very specific denial, that's true. I was thinking that too, actually. I was like, why'd you immediately go with smuggling?
Now you're not making sense. If you want something, Out with it.
Well, if I can help, I'd like to, yes.
Ah, not you two.
What do you mean, you too?
Gods. Eh, what do I have to lose? My wife. She's sick. Not a dream troll. Just
Okay, but
sick.
does she have the
Known
Dreamscourge?
for a
Is she
while.
on her way to becoming a Dream
Treatment
Thrall?
is expensive. There's not enough to go around.
I've got
I
money.
thought if she could eat well for whatever time she had left, she'd be more comfortable. And now it's gone. There. Are you happy?
What is she sick with? How long does she have?
It's weeping fever. A rose draught would clear her up. But good luck finding any to spare.
Maybe I can find some in the city for
They
you.
ran away. I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
Okay, retrieve the stolen crops. I mean, I would like to help your wife if at all possible. You said they followed the river north, right? Food theft. Can we tag this? Following the river north, investigate the area. Okay, you know what? I'm already being derailed, but I kind of want to help him out with this one. What river? Am I looking in the right direction? Oh, yes I am. Well, I've got a teleport, like, right over... Oh, it's gonna be the rebels. Yeah, the Paradisian rebels. I see. I was literally like, wait a minute, I've been there. Okay, so I guess I have to re-enter this dungeon and be like, hey, can I have the stuff back, please? Be real nice of you all. I say this, and then I'm like, actually, let me go and grab this mushroom first. Thank you. Always check the waterfalls. In every game. Always. Okay, so I can just climb back up here, run back into the dungeon. I would like to reach a peaceful resolution with the Paradisian rebels here. Because I know they're more than common bandits. But I'm going to have to prepare myself for the potential reality that we're going to have to fight each other.
Adirin, welcome back.
I'm here for the food you stole from the farmers.
I knew someone would look for it eventually. Allow me to appeal to your better instincts, if you will.
Those farmers are starving. What gives you the right to steal from them? If you're Paradisian rebels, you should go back. You'll be safer there. You could hunt... I mean, right now that's not true, is it? They all left that area. You could hunt game to survive. There's no need to resort to theft.
We tried. The rangers have already hunted the region dry. Whatever food remains is barely edible from the blight. I feel the farmers' pain as keenly as I feel my own.
Do you?
But the crops are the crops. My people's lives are on the line. I have no choice.
Don't have to convince me. Keep the food. Give back what you stole. Apparently I can compromise. So wait, I have an idea.
Compromise? The food we have is already barely enough.
The last farmer you robbed, his wife is sick. Do you have any medicine?
Don't answer that.
Please.
Answer that.
Took some supplies from Adiran soldiers. Yes.
That's okay, we can use
Incense,
that.
Rose drop.
I want that.
It is useless to us. We are hungry, not ill. We would give it gladly. But what of this farmer? We have taken his livelihood.
Yeah,
Are we to
true.
believe he would be satisfied with such a trade?
His wife has weeping fever. Oh, sorry. Weeping fever. A rose drop could save her life. He won't say no. Yeah.
Then I can hardly stand by and allow her to die in vain.
Good.
Here, take what
Thank
you
you.
need. We will pray for his family's health.
Alright.
Right. Never expected that to work.
I don't need you staring into my eyes, Marius. That was a little
Used to Adiran
unsettling.
generosity.
We're not all bad, I promise.
A promise I hope to see proven in time. May the skies
It's really
smile
just the
upon
Steel
you,
Garrote,
Adiran.
as far as I'm aware at the moment. Okay, well, that was peaceful for the most part. Maybe I can just pay. Like, I'm more than happy to donate my funds to Cielo. Right? I'm okay with that. I'm sitting around on, what, like 20,000 gold right now. I'm sure he doesn't need that much to eat well in a game like this. Usually you accumulate so much. Everyone's like, oh, 1 gold is so much. And then you accumulate like several 100,000 of it, right? Oh, it's so bright out. Alright, well, that was easily resolved. At least there's that. So, I guess, as soon as I turn this food in, I'm going to loop around clockwise around the city like I intended to do originally, and then finally walk in. Alright, where is he? Hey, bud. Kind of wish there was a quicker way to get to you, though. Nope, that doesn't speed me up in any way. Alright, alright. Cielo! Hello there. Mr. Panini!
Did you deal with those bandits?
Yes and no. I let them keep the food in exchange for medicine. You can save your wife.
You did what? You actually found treatment for her?
I did.
But you let them keep the crops? Why would you do a thing like that?
Well, if your wife recovers, you won't need the surplus anymore. Oh, it's a surplus. So you still have enough to feed yourself. Well, that's not as bad.
And they'll still prosper. They should have given me both as an apology. Now I'll have to go bow and scrape to the Grain Commission for help. I don't need it. I wouldn't have needed it if you hadn't gotten involved.
Your wife would be dead. Would you not care? Yeah. You mean you'd let your wife die because you're too proud to accept help?
Of course not. It's not about pride. It's about a husband's duty. Gods. Fine. I'll go when it's quiet. When no one can see me. But nothing happened here. Understand?
Huh. What missing crops? I still think you should tell your family at least, yeah.
What I tell my family?
That's
is
true
up to
too.
me.
Fine.
A hand to aid the other. Succor for those with eyes to see.
Let me at least.
No, let me
It's
refuse
so
the
much,
money,
but it's
please.
what I can afford.
No, keep it. You need it more than me.
Fine. But I won't let.
So
people think
you
I
are a
let you work
proud
for
person.
free.
You really care.
Take this. A nobleman gave it to my grandfather, I think. Next time. they come for
Forager's
my
friend,
harvest,
okay.
I'll be ready. I tell you that.
Right, you do you, man. Forager's... Where is it? Forager's friend. Food recovers more stuff. Okay, that's fine. I like my intellect and dexterity stuff, though, so... Base stats are all that I care about. Alright, so hopefully looping around this side will, bring me back to where I wanted to be. I must have explored this area before, right? Did I not? I guess not, based on the fog of war. Okay. There's apparently nothing to pick up around here, though.
I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in
Okay,
Fior
bunch of people with
obviously
names.
comes from using animancy.
We don't use animancy on our farms of knowledge. Our foes aren't trying to kill us.
I don't know what you want from me. The other animancers and I are just doing the best we can to survive.
Yeah.
Fior will be better able to survive if they accept help from the adherents.
The adherents have already made great strides in bringing order to Paradis.
I just want to go home without being harassed.
Yeah, that's true. He's just working the way that this region works. Like, who are you to judge?
I have things to do. You
Oh,
I wouldn't let an en-
Not bad people.
okay.
They just have bad ideas.
I mean, that's also potentially true based on the fact that they're using undead to farm. It's complicated, okay? It's not exactly black and white in a place like this. Which I do appreciate, by the way, in Obsidian games. Nothing is ever really black and white. There's always multiple sides and multiple considerations to take in. What happened? Did someone get thrown off a building or something? What was that? Did someone hear ah? I'm sure someone other than me heard that, right? Okay, well. Apparently you can climb this, so I will do so. I have to assume there's going to be a treasure. Ah, grr, grr. Well, I can hear the chest and or bag. Okay, let's be a little bit more careful. Gimme. Thank you. What have we got up here? Oh, it blew up on you, didn't it? You were trying to do something and it blew up. Got it. So that's the ARG I heard. Okay, let me read this journal. After a lifetime of research, I have unlocked the mystery of spiritual self-combustion. Today I will prove that under the right conditions, a mortal soul is flammable. Hark, the hour approaches. Update. Monto says that I'm not allowed to in the workshop anymore. Who crowned him king of the animancers? If he thinks he can suppress my work, he's sorely mistaken. He can't even suppress a small fire. Another update. I have established a field laboratory outside of town. Invitations have gone out, but so far no one has become to bear witness to my demonstration. Their loss, I say. When I prove the efficacy of spiritual self-combustion, I alone will reap the rewards. Hark! The hour approaches once more. What makes you think burning up your soul is a good idea? Let's say your theory works. And I mean, maybe it did work. Like, alright, that sounds like a very, very bad idea, but sure, alright. Look, he died doing what he loved, so at least there's that going for him, I guess. I would like this plant. Thank you. The burn lady. Well, there's a burn dude back there, too. Anything else around here? An overlook point? Okay, but no loot. And I've definitely been around in the lower area before. Yep, I recognize that area. Okay, that's fine. Observation area, and then we've basically got that bridge that I saw before. Apparently there's a body that I need to loot down here. Oh, hi. Okay, well, sure, random, but not going to complain about that. This is where I fought that knight. Sorry, skeleton knight dude, whatever. And there's apparently a plant. Ah, perfect. I'm kind of thinking I might as well take out that group before I go into the city, right? Yeah, we might as well. Let's prep myself with some electricity seeds. Just because they're in the water. And I kind of figured that'd be a good idea. Let's throw 2 of them. Nope. Okay, taunt. Good night. I don't exactly want to get electrocuted myself. I don't know how close I can get to that in the water. Alright, get the seer. Nice. There's a... Is that a healer back there? It is. Hi. Bye. I like how that one body slam took out like half his health. Taunt that. Is that the only one left? No, there's not. There's one more. Where is it? There he is. How? And you're dead. Oh no, he was already dead. Hilarious. Okay. Lots of bodies to loot. Oh, what? Who are you? Some random dude? Okay. Another one. I didn't see you back there. You're about to oh, you were still attacking me. That's incredibly rude. I'll just let my guys take care of him. I'm sure it's fine. Where is Marius? Is he too far away? Go on, Marius. Get in there. There it is. How are you still alive? Okay, he nearly jumped at me, but he got shot at like the last second. Hilarious. Alright. I'll grab this, and then I think we're basically done, right? Yeah, essentially. I don't think there's going to be anything else around here. Because we've been in this area before, so if there was something, we probably cleared it out already. In which case, let's just go back to the main entrance. And then we'll see from there if I get shot again this first second I walk into town. Hopefully that won't happen. Maybe I should put up a shield before I walk in. I mean, obviously, like, that would be more of like a roleplay thing, but if I was in this situation, I would put up a shield. Just be like, uh-oh. Alright, who are you, Nico?
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giata's about to tear that poor man a new one.
Unfortunately, that's where I'm headed. Who's Giata?
One of our animancers. She's bright as a spark, but a mite confrontational.
Noted.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Actually, based on the
Animancer's
achievements, I think
fine.
Giada is
This I
a
have
future
seen.
party member.
This isn't the first time Giata's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
Why? Oh, that's true. Maybe she could help me. What are they fighting about?
Look around. The town's overgrown, the crops are dying. What's not to fight about?
Just take a blessed day look outside. Doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just
What?
follow
What's
the
with
sound
the
of
sudden
foul
fog?
language.
What the heck was that? All right, thank you.
Hoping to learn some local curses. Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when animancers fight.
All right, let's go up and take a look. Hello, it's a different load zone. Nice. Wow, very purple. Is this place completely covered in like Animancer fog? Essence fog? No, it's not as purple as I thought it would be. At least not based on what the loading zone suggested. Hello.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy.
That's
Come
me.
to interfere in Steel Garrote business again?
Oh, well this is not a... That's not a good line to open with, actually. I'm on poor terms with the Steel Garrote now. Huh, why? Am I gonna have to listen to you cry about it later? Huh? That depends. Are you doing something that requires my interference? Yeah, that's a good one.
Certainly not. Besides, I have no more business in Fior. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Arcane Scholar! Metaphysically speaking, it's unlikely that animancers are causing this plague.
While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of...
You know, it's kind of funny to me that it's another British villain that's part of an empire. That's a very common trope in games. Actually, not just games. It's just common in fiction in general. What are you talking about?
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
Right.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Are you referring to the group of people?
Something different outside of Solace.
Are you... were you talking about the soldiers nestled up in that cave that were ordered to attack the city? Because they're definitely not going to be doing that later. Unless they respawn or something. Right, you too, I guess. Lots of quest givers immediately. I'm seeing at least 3. Although, actually, that's a quest bounty board. So that helps. I have only found like 2 or 3 actual bounty targets so far in my exploration. Lots of merchants, which is nice too.
Spirits are truly wonderful. Powerful.
This is a nice place.
Reach with insight.
Insight, you say?
Very cozy.
The spirits have access to lifetimes of knowledge.
Now I see a plant. It must be inside.
A pity I must wait until I'm dead.
Right.
Would you care for a refreshment?
Oh, you just sell drinks and stuff,
If you're
huh?
looking for a sanctuary, you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational...
So this is basically like a restaurant.
We have only 2 rules of conduct. Maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
I'll do my best. Is something going on around here? What is that enchanting smell?
Cloves, cinnamon, and anise are just a few of the remedies that help foster
I don't know what
a
anise is,
peaceful
actually.
environment. Animancers are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement.
Okay, you must see a lot of animancers around here. Well, duh. This city is all about animancers. What are you saying, Karst?
Consider the Dreamscourge. One crisis, many ways to manage it, all of them frustrating in their contradictions. This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle.
Maybe that's why Animancy is so unreliable. Everyone's fatigued.
Imagine what we could accomplish if more Animancers took a little time to focus on themselves. Now, Will there be anything else?
Why is this place called the Gifted Magpie?
Believe it or not, this building was once my father's grain warehouse. One day, a magpie landed on the rafters and spoke fluent Valian to anyone who would listen.
Oh yeah? What did it say?
Among other things, it told my father the recipe for a blueberry tart. Popular item until the recent troubles. Helia is the goddess of birds and creativity. Yes, the spiritual significance of a talking magpie is debatable.
Yeah, true.
But the tale inspired others to make this a haven of creativity. And so, here we are.
Okay, what happened to the magpie?
Who knows?
I mean, it's probably just a story.
Bad business, or it was just a metaphor to begin with. A good story knows where to end itself. The bad ones all end in grief.
True enough?
Regrettably,
What?
we are out of tea. My stockpile is exhausted, and the harvest has not kept up with demand.
So why did you tell me to order your tea?
Other goods for sale, if you care to peruse.
Okay, alright, that was a swerve.
Over the years.
Sure. No tea in a tea house?
The fields have been unproductive of late, and what grows has not risen to our standard. I am hopeful that this is a temporary setback and not a sign of things to come.
We'll have to hope for the best. Let's see what you have for sale. War Mage's Bracers. Cool, but again, I'm not exactly... Ooh. Coat of Many Pockets. I'm not exactly going to be a spellcaster. I keep saying this, but... I'll buy the treasure map. Whoa, what the... Whoa, hey! What the heck is this? Alright, sure, I'll open that later and hope it doesn't do that again. Part of me wants to buy these bracers, though, to be honest, just for the... Actually, no, I was gonna say, just for the unique, appearance. And the fact that it's unique gear. But I don't think the bracers and stuff actually show up on your model. I could be wrong, though. Either way, I don't really need that. Alright, thanks. Can I please open that without suffering? Thank you. A good ranger is prepared for any challenge, but the best ranger has snacks on hand. Now that I've retired, I have no longer need for my coat of many pockets. Using good health, though mind the crumbs and the smell of cheese. I don't really know... Oh, there's an X here. Okay. Do I know where that is? I don't know if I know where that is. I'll have to run around looking for it later. But okay. Sure. Let's take a look at some of the other merchants in the area before I actually go to the bounty board. There's apparently one right ahead.
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the pub.
You're already out of the... Yeah, okay.
Really?
So there's a pub right in front of me. Who is this? Speak to Lieutenant Fidelio. Well, actually, I met your underlings. They're, super not alive. Just so you know. Super Sure, why not?
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The animancers never know when.
What ruckus? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm in search of an animancer. You know any? What are they arguing about? What argument?
Our crop yield. The governor thinks
oh, Giada and the other guy? I haven't even seen them yet.
But the Quilici and the Giada figure differently.
I assume Quilici is the guy's name?
Taking the Dreamscourge seriously.
Yeah. One of the original founders of Fior Iverno. Oh, actually, we've read this before. Right. Surrogate father and mentor to Giada. So it's not like a terrible argument then. Where can I find them? Not taking the Dreamscourge seriously is a mistake. True. Well, where are they?
Outside and up the stairs. They're arguing with Vidaro.
Oh, they're arguing with Vidaro. Right. Never mind. Fior always like this?
But the town has been stretched thin even by our standards. We've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad. Terror stalking the wilderness day and night.
Stories are true. I've seen the Dreamscourge myself.
Birds' bells, of course. If Emerald Stair runs out of food, we are in dire straits anyway. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
Probably not, but... Oh, tell me about the Bone and Boar.
What are you fixing to know?
I'd like a little history about the place.
I opened the place after my brother cut me out of the family business.
Okay, sounds like a lot of drama.
I opened the Bone and Boar for all the customers he found.
Does your brother run another pub somewhere in the town?
The rough types.
What was the family business?
In a word?
Oh, is your brother the other dude?
My parents were the first owners of the gifted magpie.
I was literally just there. You don't look alike, though.
Wasn't. They fought constantly. Because of that, my brother Hector hates conflict.
I wonder if there's like a side quest or something that helps me like reunite the brothers in some way. I can see how that would happen, yeah.
I've tried many times to talk sense into that head of his, but Hector, he's stubborn. Visit the magpie and talk to him. You'll see what I mean. Now, is there anything else I can get you?
Sure, what have you got for sale? Lockpicks? Well, mine. And then nothing else I really care for, so thank you.
Come back, envoy.
Well, I'm glad to be back, I guess. I just want to go back to the other guy and see if he has unique dialogue now that we've had this conversation. Yo.
Welcome back.
Nope. No dialogue. Okay, in that case, I'll just talk to the dude who just seems to be hanging out in the pub, and then I will go into that house whose door I just opened. Journal of Valentio Casanueva. Among animatic notes and scribbles is a brief excerpt that catches the attention. I've gained much in my latest initiative, and I have enjoyed myself despite my misgivings. Still, soon will come the day when I no longer need court either of them, and I do long to return to my sweet solitude. Wait, isn't this the guy whose body I found, like, in the cave? Until then, however, I must work. While Senia's work remains inscrutably meticulous, I have liberated the innovations I feel would be most beneficial to my own goals. And while I bristle at Isalia's continued frivolity, her insights under the influence of drink have proven that her notes contain value I could not find elsewhere. It could be said that neither deserves the ill that I am doing to them, but I argue that both will benefit by seeing their work brought to light, even if credit is never received or it's due. Okay, never mind. I don't know. Give me that.
What'll it be?
Nothing. Alright. Hello.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Fidelio, as in Lieutenant Serrat? Belena mentioned you.
Belena, you found her. I've been looking for my missing rangers for days. She was with a partner, Adalaro. Did you see hide or hair of him?
I did. He was a little mushroomy, but, yes. The plague got to Aldalaro. I'm afraid Belena's not far behind.
Your rangers lost to the Dreamscourge. Nothing we could do.
The Dreamscourge? Here? Tell me you're joking.
Don't sound so surprised. I wish. Wherever Belena's mind is, it's not here.
So it is. Gods, I saw these signs. I didn't want to believe them.
Oh, come on. You just remain willfully ignorant.
Sideways, more than just distracted from their work. I thought it was...
Well, I mean, they were together. That's also a thing, yes.
I was so wrong. I think I know the answer, but is either of them still alive?
Well, Adalaro's super dead. Belena disappeared when I returned to her camp. I brought their badges back.
Merla, when she turns, Fior will panic. Where is she now?
Still wandering. I don't think she even knows where she is. She's coming back to town. What you do with her is up to you. I don't know where she is. I'm just going to say she's coming back then.
I don't know what to do. I can't hurt her. But I can't put Fior at risk.
Maybe the animators can help. Okay.
That won't do any good. Do you think poking around
True,
and severing
true.
her soul will save her life? Even so, if it's early days and Vidaro doesn't find
That sounds like a terrible plan.
Alright. It goes against all my instincts, but...
It's worth to try,
Once.
but definitely before she turns
Yeah.
completely.
You went to a lot of trouble. You ought to be paid for it. It's time for me to get out
I don't
of
really
here
think it's a
and
good
actually
idea to invite her
do my
into the
job.
city, to be honest.
I never thought. I just hope we're not making a mistake.
Me too. Okay, well. One sec. Okay. Let's just continue then. There's apparently another merchant.
Fine establishment, Amica.
Oh yeah? Well, thank you.
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest.
Interesting hair and facial feature
Are
combo.
you in need of any weapons or armor?
I could get some. Honestly, I would not say no to some awakened Audra. Show star metal. What can you tell me about this?
Is that Gelarde? This is star metal. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell
It
me.
was actually just on an altar
Intended to
somewhere in the
look
middle
for
of
some more.
nowhere.
That would certainly not end well.
Well, can you make anything with it? What makes this metal so special?
Star metal is exceptionally dense. It weighs much more than one would think from its size. More fascinating, however, is that this metal is suffused with dormant essence.
Yeah, because it's also from space,
makes
right?
it naturally
Why doesn't
susceptible
this
to
thing draw in undead
enchantment.
crowds like the other thing I found in the meteorite I found in the water? Is this not also pieces of a meteorite? Or is that specifically like a piece of a dead god or something? Can you do anything about it?
No. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchant it. I did receive a shipment from Sola's Keep recently, however.
Okay,
And
so I need to go to
this
Gallowing's
crafted
tusks.
star metal
Understood.
brought to me by a
It makes
trader
sense.
from
The
Gallowing's
dwarves would know how to work it, yeah.
I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Galloway's tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated. I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff.
I'll take that bet.
And I'll take your money eventually.
Is there anything
We'll see.
else I can help you with, Anika?
Amica, or Amico. Valian word meaning friend, yep. Do animancers have much use for weapons and armor? Yeah, I imagine they're like magic casters, right?
Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fior are animancers, you know.
True, fair.
Besides humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the rangers to outfit.
Oh, true, yes,
Under
that's right.
normal circumstances, I would
You've got
send
local
a traveler
guards.
like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances.
I'm also not a normal traveler.
Care to see what I have?
Yes, please. Oh, wait, so you're not an animancer.
Officially not. But
I
have
see.
been known to
You
dabble
said you could
in
enchant
essence
stuff, though,
confusion
so you're at
and
least a mage.
I have one such item for sale, actually. A beautiful mace made of star metal, crafted by the finest smiths of Sola's Keep and enchanted by yours truly. It is a wonder to behold. Care to see?
Well, I'll take a look. I doubt it'll be as good as what I want. Lodestone. One-handed melee, unique. It is... Oh, it's tier 3. So that's why the attack is higher, or almost as much as my, my horse cutter. Power attacks deal low stun to nearby enemies. Greater stunning. 20% stun, dang. I don't have any of this, though. This, I have to imagine, will be, again, in the next... on the next map or something, huh? Okay. Oh, you have Awakened Audra. Thank you. And regular Audra, even. I almost want to buy that, but I don't think it's necessary at this stage. Is that a mistake? Possibly. Alright. I guess I should just sell some of this stuff. I have a lot more just in my chest at camp. Kind of wish I could open the chest just manually here, because I just throw everything in there, but it's fine. I mean, part of me wants to get rid of the Exceptional Arquebus too, to be honest. I don't really need it, but it's okay. Alright, that's fine for now. I'll consider the Lodestone, considering my... That would be the majority of my health. Essence of War, what was that? Did you see that too? Essence of War? That wasn't just me, right? Okay, well, that was actually extremely helpful. What else is there? I'm kind of happy with my two-hander, though, to be honest. Because it does more damage, and I might as well... this is the argument.
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dreamscourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dreamscourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now.
Actually, you're going to be discussing it until I return. Let me go to that bounty board then. May as well turn in a couple of these, get some more money. Who?
Invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence.
Sure, whatever you say. Ona the Magnificent.
A moment of your time, my friend. Tell me, what do you know about your soul?
It's very old. I am very powerful. I'm a godlike. I've got divine heritage.
Wrong.
Your soul is an ancient,
wondrous thing. You seem like a snake oil salesman, though.
Rich, delicious memory.
And the way you're dressed makes me think of the nomads back in KCD.
Heavy with the burden of generations.
Which obviously is something else that I just didn't mention.
Turning of the wheel.
And how much do I have to pay you to lighten my soul?
That's the beauty of it. The first treatments on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul.
Seems legit.
So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh?
You use some ridiculous machine on my soul? Right.
Another skeptic? Oh well.
I like how she dropped the
I
accent.
see my talents are wasted here. No charge for the treatment. Best of luck with your soul.
Oh, sorry, I missed out on your dialogue because I accidentally started another conversation. That sucked. Alright, bounty board, please. That's not the bounty board. Here you are. Hello, Martella.
At all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the living lands. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, a pleasure.
In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim.
Got it. That's why I'm here. I already have bounties to claim. What's your role in Fior? What do you think?
I'm one of the many researchers here. My specialty is in the anatomy of the many species of Eora.
Then why are you here instead of researching?
If you must know, Vulpinet, these bounties are more pressing than my research. Someone had to be chosen to man the board. That person happens to be me. At least some of these bounties result in interesting specimens to study.
Yeah, especially the that crime family that I killed a while back. I'll return when I have bounties.
I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, you're gonna study their corpses too? Alright, let's see. Beldereno, I definitely saw this thing already. Attention! A reward will be given for killing the Earth Blight known as Beldereno. A number of rangers and settlers perished in a natural disaster, and now their souls are bound together in agony, incarnated as the Blight. Please put them out of their misery. Yep, done that.
Oh, those poor souls.
Oh right, there's dialogue for this stuff too. That's cool.
Becoming part of a blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
Right, anyway, here you go then.
Welcome back.
Yes, I am.
Whose death am I recording?
Just the Beldereno. I'm gonna pull these in. I'm gonna turn these in after I pick up all of the actual dialogue and look at all the unique art.
From the depths of my soul, I thank you. May their poor souls find peace in their rest.
Here's hoping.
You are clearly capable. Some time ago, a group of bounty hunters took a bounty off the boards, but they still haven't returned. I fear they failed.
Is there a secret bounty you're about to assign me?
Clear out the Zarips at the
Oh, okay.
farms north of Fior.
I know about this.
Perhaps you can look into this for me?
Sure, I can do that.
Perfetto. Return when you have more to claim.
Got it. Old Nuna. Yep. A reward will be given for killing an ancient and dangerous bear that has taken up residence within the grotto. Some citizens familiar with the region's history recognize this bear as Old Nuna, a beast responsible for the deaths of many rangers.
Be careful with Old Nuna. I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence.
Didn't matter. Killed it anyway.
Come back.
Took a while though. It wasn't an easy fight, I'll say that.
Impressive. theory about her is correct.
Well, I brought back a paw, apparently. I felt a powerful presence from her, more so than the average bear.
Is that so? Huh, how fascinating. Here's hoping I get to prove to study the flow of essence into the region's fauna after all this is done.
Okay.
Perfecto.
And then I have the Fletchia's Dispatch, Bounty, Zarips. Delemgen! I took these out. A reward will be given for killing a group of Delemgen within the Western Forest. They have been acting more aggressive lately, attacking rangers on patrol and researchers out in the field.
Ah, those Delemgan.
Delemgan! Okay, there you go. That's the first time I've heard that pronounced too.
Back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, eh?
Right.
Welcome back.
Yes, I'm back. You are recording the Delemgan.
If only we could find a way to coexist with them. But I suppose it is in their nature to oppose innovation. Huh? Nature?
Really? Alright.
Perfecto.
Now tell me about the Trantons. Yep, all three of them. A reward will be given for killing the notorious Tranton bandit gang located in the Western Forest. These outlaws are responsible for a number of raids on outlying farms. Someone needs to ensure that these raids end for good.
Oh, the Trantons. Bunch of buttsos, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there.
Well, they're super dead, don't worry.
Welcome back.
Here you go.
Good. Outlaws living off the hard work of others deserve nothing less.
That's all for now. Okay, so the Zarip bounty I will take. A reward will be given for killing the Zarips that have taken out residence at the abandoned farms northwest of Fior. If those farms are ever to be reclaimed, the Zarips will need to be driven away from the land. Sure. Fletchia's Dispatch. Wanted. Sansa, oh hey, him again. A cartographer in Paradise has reported his assistant Fletchia missing in the Emerald Stair. A reward will be offered for the return of Fletchia's cartographic notes. Below is her... what about herself? Below is her last correspondence posted to provide clues to her whereabouts. Good day to you, Sansa. I hope this letter finds you well. I'm pleased to report new progress on my charts of the Emerald Stair. I've taken up near a curious ruin that the locals call Nakutedik. Godless, perhaps. I will note it. Such architecture I have never seen. I've been to Nakutedik. I know I should be diligent and focus on my work, but I cannot keep worrying that my presence here is a burden. Although the Fiorians have welcomed me warmly, it is clear that they have fallen on hard times. I hope to finish quickly. I am yet another mouth to feed. Okay, maybe I should go back to, maybe I should return to the Emerald Stair. Oh, apparently I already found her cartographic stuff. Oh yeah, I found her dead body at one point, didn't I? Okay, so this is already done. I actually... How do I return it? Just to you?
Welcome back. What? Then why are you here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't actually know where I'm supposed to go. Where... Am I supposed to take this all the way back to, Dawnshore? I don't know. I guess I'll give it a shot. Let me go back to the city. Alright, Sansa, I'm back.
You're back. What have you found?
Well, Fletchia didn't make it. I'm sorry. Here's her map of Emerald Stair.
Fletchia? Oh, I was sure she would be safe. Her maps were so meticulous. She even made her own ink. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
I hope so. What happened to my reward? I don't think I actually got anything for that. I mean, fine, but... Okay. Well... got experience, I suppose. And now I have to go all the way back to Paradise. You know, before we do that, maybe let's just go back to a camp and upgrade my weapon. Push it over to the next tier and then have to leave it at tier 1, level 1 of tier 3. Because I definitely don't have the other stuff you need to upgrade it further. Let's see. Do I have any more fragments? I don't. Okay, that's fine. Here. Workbench, please. Let's boost it over. Yes. Nice. Okay, I'll just do extra damage now. Part of me wants to up this. Which one is this again? Constitution. I think this is fine. I have plenty. So let's just upgrade it a little bit. Perfect. I don't think I'll be pushing it over to the next tier. I don't know at the moment. But we'll worry about that when we get there. I noticed that even though I'm at the camp, my HP is not at full. Oh, is that because I just upgraded the armor and it gave me more HP or something? Could be the case. Anyway, let's go back to Emerald Stair, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much brought that plague bear down by myself.
Did you now?
Captain Masoni said he'd never seen anything like it.
Oh, I bet.
Can we talk? Nope. I have the talk option, but she didn't even respond. Okay. Well, we're back in Fior now. I was actually going to go up and deal with the main quest issue with the governor. But then I kind of figured, actually, there were still a few buildings I need to explore around here, and there's another quest for me to pick up. Also, opening this map really hammers in the point of how small the settlement actually is. I was under the impression this would be like a proper sized city like Paradise. But of course I was warned in advance that Paradise was the largest one, so... alright, well thank you for all the stuff. And which building did I try? I think it was this one. Right? Is it the one across from the pub? It's not. Alright, honest Emil. There are a lot of snake oil salesmen around here. Quilichi's Journal 2. The crop is ruined. There's no denying it now. The Dreamscourge has come to Emerald Stair. Vidaro insists on feigning ignorance. He wants to prevent panic, but we are losing precious time. Lives could be lost. What's more, Giada has become restless in Fior Iverno. I must remind myself that I once found myself aching for the promise of something greater. I can still hear Yatsli's voice that first night in Nakutedek. Our future is a blaze of risk, isn't that wonderful? But this time I cannot run. Vidaro cares little for animancy or legacy. His comfort is king. I keep asking myself what the point of all this is if we abandon animancy at the first sign of struggle. So this is Giada's house, presumably? Or Giada's uncle's or mentor's house. Journal 1. Today Talu approached me at the market, a bundle of greens in hand. At first glance I thought his crops had withered with the usual rot, but upon further inspection the mold shimmered with a strange gloss. I've brought the bundle back to my shop for immediate oh, that's bad, isn't it? You've brought back Dreamscourge, Moss! Journal 3. I fear the worst. For days now, Giada and I pass the gates before sunrise to record the essence in Emerald Stair's soil. The results are erratic and unpredictable. The crop, once green and plentiful, is wilted and smells of decay. The wildlife shows sign of strain. A bear emerged from hibernation months early, completely rabid. We found several sparrows fallen on the floor, dead without a sign of attack or cause. The symptom of a larger disease. Okay, sure, this was not the building I tried. Is this just a way out? Yep, to the Emerald Stair. This is a shop that I've not been in. Hello.
Can I interest you in some glazeberries or Barrett's bells, perhaps?
Yeah, sure, of course, after I take everything you own. Beautiful Ector, I write this without hope, knowing you'll never see it. Every day I come into your tea shop, watch as your lips murmur about the noise and complain about contention. Yet the only contention I feel is within my heart. I order your tea, sit in the corner as you serve other customers, but you never notice. I imagine what has captured your thoughts each time you lose focus and stare at the wall with a blank expression. Each time I wish that it was me you looked at with those glazed, blurry eyes. Forever your magpie, a Brit. Can I not take this and just give it to him? You're a Brit? Yeah, okay. Might as well speak to you then. Hi.
Welcome to Poria in Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
How's business going?
5 summers ago, business was thriving. But now charlatans are selling crystals and essence enlargers in the streets.
I did see that, yes.
Add rumors of Dreamscourge and everyone is buying from these swindlers. At least you've come in.
True, true. You could profit by selling these things yourself too. Well, then she'd become a liar.
I could, easily. But in the long run, where would that get me?
Exactly.
I would be no better than them. I used to believe animancers would trust science, but I'm beginning to doubt that. At least I don't have to convince you.
True enough. What do you have? Wow! You got a lot of stuff, actually. Holy cow. I want that legendary, wand, I will say. Because I don't have one. Currently. What does this do? Attack damage, maximum wand range, hit steal bonus shock damage. Yeah, I don't have a unique wand. This is the first one I found, so... Into my pocket it goes. Thank you. In fact, I will sell you my old fine wand. I almost want to get... I'll hold on to the other stuff I have on me, but... Yeah, okay. Thanks, I guess. There goes all my money. And now I shall equip it, and I will hopefully do a ton more damage with my magic whenever I actually decide to use it. Oh, look at that. It glows, too. Very cool. What am I seeing? Like, on my lower left and right? Why am I spiky looking? Am I actually spiky looking? Am I wearing armor that has spikes? No, not really. So what exactly am I seeing? Huh? Are those just broken textures? Interesting. Okay, well then. I kind of want to go back to the tea house again now because I'm kind of like, hey, buddy. You have multiple people who seem to want to refer to you, right? You've got your brother, as well as a secret admirer. Is there any way I can actually inform you of this, or what? Oh, there's an upper floor to this place. Wow. You're doing a lot better than I thought you were, actually. Dangerous legacy. Fior mes Iverno is a dangerous legacy. We exploit the land for its riches, but our way of life is only a generation old. Our children will inherit an ecosystem they barely understand because we barely understand it. Despite our success, I worry for the future. The animancers who planted these seeds will not be the ones who harvest whatever grows. Fair. Crumpled letter from Tane. Dear Len, you would love it here. The Living Lands is quite the vacation spot. Even the small mushrooms are as large as giant mushrooms. They remind me of Mora. Poor, sad Mara and her mushroom-riddled face. Oh, I hadn't met any dragons yet, but I will let you know the instant I do. Then we can both have dragons. Animancy is so much fun. One of the locals sat me down in front of his machine and told me that my soul is shaped like an orb. Can you believe that? I offered him a signed copy of my famous spell, Tane's Chaotic Orb, but he said no thanks. His loss, right? Do you still have that locket I gave you? Whenever you're feeling lonely, don't forget to open it and think of me, and maybe write back. Your friend, Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Len hates it when I talk about myself, and when I call her Len, and everything about me. But I will get on her good side even if it kills me, which it might if the Living Lands doesn't kill me first. Animancy for farmers. Farming in Emerald Stair is both simpler and more complicated than other lands. It's important to understand why. Animancy is the art of soul manipulation. Because we sit atop a rich vein of soul essence, our animancers work miracles of healing, personal enrichment, research, and yes, agriculture. The machines around Fior mes Iverno tap into the flow of the essence and use it to give life to the soil. Don't touch the machines or disturb any animancers at work. Don't ask questions about what they do or how they do it. If you get sick, someone might escort you to the ruins west of town for observation and final rites if necessary. And some of the farmhands might not draw breath. Beyond that, it's business as usual. Sure.
Giata's causing trouble at the governor's mansion.
I have heard, actually. It's all that people here talk about.
We should do something at Dreamscourge. Not simply wait for it to pass.
I quite agree. Governor has ears all around town. Sure. How'd I miss all this food on the table? Alright. Dialogue? Did you know that Abrid has a crush on you?
What? I mean, I'm sorry. What?
Could you... Right, he needs to keep his tone of voice on the low side. I found a note by her shop, very steamy. Well, actually, why don't you ask her yourself?
Oh, what a horrible idea. It's just that these sorts of things happen to other people, but never me. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Kai, you seem like a player.
You're overthinking this. Invite her around for a cup of tea.
Because of Garrus. It's like literally the only reason I feel that way about him.
And figure out what to do next. I have no skill with romance, you see. Oh dear.
Alright, well, that's fun. I wonder if that will develop as time goes on. Also, maybe give me a discount or something. Okay. So, with that done, where is that other building that I wanted to explore? It's this one, isn't it? Yes, I had not been in here. Oh, Giada's house! I see, I see. Well, I'm gonna rob her blind. Thank you. That letter. Notes on a prototype. The parchment is slightly singed, as if someone held it over a fire and considered burning it. We made a breakthrough. For the first time, the device successfully gathered essence into the Adragahor. I credit the interlocking rings a design our colleague took from ruins across the sea. She believes the rings pull essence out of the surroundings as wind currents pull dust or pollen, although I am troubled by what this implies. When we use animancy to mimic a natural process, we get better results. Why? No one can explain why the living lands naturally grow and thrives in such an unnatural manner. We have seen plant life consume mountains overnight, creatures tall enough to knock over mighty trees, I haven't seen that yet, and beneath it all a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a stable foothold in the living lands. Whenever we try, there is some reprisal, almost as if the island knows how to shrug us off. Okay. Thank you. I was actually missing out on some food items, so this is good and replenishing. Appreciate it, Giada. Alright. Any other houses around here? Good to know, buddy. I think that's it in this area, right? For the time being. Okay, let's go and talk to the quest giver who's around the fountain. This... Oh, that's cute. This is the tea house, right? Yes, sirree. I didn't even notice the shop signs. Kinda cool. Wait, you're buying from the... Really?
They do such lovely work here, don't they? Hang on. I know you from Solace, right?
Oh, do you?
I'm afraid I don't know who you are. Just as you don't know.
Ah, I see, I see. Former colleague?
You're blessed day man.
Former friend?
I remember you. You're... I got you. So, we understand each other then. I never thought the world of animancy could be so varied and fascinating. I can make use of so much of this equipment.
So you are Pargrin. I heard your people didn't travel outside of Galloway's tusks. That seems... I don't know if it's okay to just say, oh, so you're this.
Yeah, I suppose it's a bit unusual to see one of my people about. But I'm here on important business. If you see anyone else from Sole's Keep, just do me a favor and don't tell them you saw me.
You got it. Wait, why not?
It's not worth talking about, really. Some of my fellow wardens might misunderstand.
Marius, I'm gonna need you to fill me in.
I don't even know why you're here. You know what I mean. And Marius, it was good to see you. May you find all you're looking for and more.
Thanks, I guess. I'm hoping that you're gonna want to talk to me about this later, because I don't know who this guy is.
It's best for the Pargrunen, even if they don't see that yet.
Alright, sure. That remains to be seen. Where does this lead? Upper building? Hello? Whose house is this? Why do you have grenades just lying about? Small book. The reduced size of this book indicates it was made for the hands of kith smaller than you. Despite this, the book is still easy enough to read. An old faded bookmark denotes a favorite passage. Okay, it's just smutty literature. I added it to my journal and took the book, apparently. So apparently my character is interested in that. Got it. Letter. Darling, I wish you could have joined me this time. I understand Vidaro needs his hand held at the best of times, let alone during the onset of a famine. But still, ruins are a little more beautiful with you to explain things to. Of course, you can't join me now, even if Vidaro has suddenly grown competent. I've explored this ruin thoroughly, and I'm sure the locals are sick of me by now. So don't miss me too much, my dear. I'll be home soon, Yatsley. Ah, is this Yatsley's, lover, then? Presumably. Okay, sure. And I can definitely climb this, so I shall. Hello. What is this? A secret lab or just storage space? Hard to say. Dust-lined note. A backbone so you can finally make the trip. Okay, so like smuggling. Smugglers use this place. Got it. Did that just bleed? Oh, right, I have the bleed effect on my sword. It's just... I was surprised for a moment to see, you know, inanimate objects bleed. But no, it's just my sword. Alright. Anything else around here? I'm not seeing anything, so... Let's just open this up. Oh, it's overgrown back here. Interesting. Okay. Alright then. Smuggler's place. Cool. I'm gonna check out this door as well. Hello, hello.
I am not accustomed to failure.
Ugh, neither am. But it happens to the best of us, no? They made up their minds before we even started.
I'll talk to you two in a sec. Rejection letter. Oof. Oh wait, this is like a dorm house or something, huh? Is there a local university or something? Thank you for your humble application to the Animancer's workshop of Fior Iverno. We regret to inform you that admittance cannot be granted at this time. While your proposal on using Adra implements to siphon essence to specific genital features of male anatomy was certainly unexpected, we suggest you reconsider your suggestions for practical application. Paracalici Animancer's workshop. Okay, yeah, okay. Probably not the best thing to be, suggesting in your bid to join a school.
It's okay. We'll try again.
But it's the third time.
You know how it is. Their standards are impossible. It isn't personal.
Of course it's personal. It's the Animancer's
Maybe try to
workshop.
focus your abilities on something a little bit more productive. I have a research background. Perhaps I can help.
I'm not sure our work is quite ready for peer.
Yeah, I know exactly what you want to work on.
Maybe we need some feedback on our proposal.
Using essence to cure male flaccidity is uncharted territory. I'm sure of our thesis.
You would use essence on something as trivial as that? Huh. I would think soul essence would be the perfect thing to enliven the male member. Uh-huh. You're using souls from, like... I don't really know how essence works, right? Like, are you using souls of sentient beings and stuff? I presume.
I assure you, for many people, this is not trivial. For many, this is a matter of health and self-image.
We treat this important issue with the utmost respect, even down to the proposal's title.
Okay, tell me.
What do you think of this?
Ah!
Boning without bones, essence, and the performativity of male anatomy.
Maybe cut out the first
Consider
bit.
this. From stick to stone, using essence to augment male performance.
Manomancy. I suggest erecting the future. The burgeoning science of manomancy. How about abomination? Wasting essence on ridiculous frivolity. Yeah, you're both mad. I'm gonna go with 2. Love it?
That's brilliant, huh? Simply brilliant.
We've done it again.
Wait until they read this. The days of packing rope are at an end.
What do you mean by packing rope? Also, why are you injured?
Hopefully this new presentation will encourage the workshop to go soft on us.
Was that a pun? Going soft?
Hopefully this new...
A good title is half the battle.
Sure, okay. Rosanna Fallow. Well, you're the only one left to talk to. Edict of Subsistence. By order of the governor's will in office, all greens, fruits, and grains of the earth are to be rationed by Fior's proper authority, effective immediately. These temporary measures shall be in place until further notice. Any attempts of subversion will be dealt with swiftly. Ignacy Vidaro, Belle Sauvant of Emerald Stair. Is this the storage area for that? For like confiscated food?
How can he know that? He's not a farmer.
Be patient. He hasn't steered us wrong before.
Alright, Rosanna. I think you're the only one left to chat with, so... we may as well get on that. Hello, hello!
Oh, you startled me.
Sorry about that.
This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about.
I am indeed.
Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here.
It's not your fault.
Strange beasts,
not your fault.
And even the Dreamscourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
What prayer were you reciting? Yeah, no apologies necessary. Yeah, what prayer are you reciting? There's no way you could be responsible for the problems facing Fior.
Oh, sure. I can't take the blame for all of Fior's problems, but my negligence has only made things worse. The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform.
I did hear about a ritual out on the west side. Is that the area that I didn't go to?
Angry.
Are you referring to the old Valian custom of offering fresh food for the recently dead?
That's exactly it. Well done. I have always observed it, and I brought it with me when I came to Fior. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life.
Okay, so this might not be related to what I was thinking.
They can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat.
Right?
What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Resolve perception. Huh. I believe this ritual is carried out more for the grieving survivors than for the spirits of the dead.
The ritual heals all. The spirits
it's just more of a closure thing, I think, right? For the survivor, or, you know, for the family members.
One last gift to the dead.
And friends. Did you steal this food from the town larders?
I did, yes. With things the way they are, there was no other way to get what I need for the ritual. If I didn't think this was important, I wouldn't have taken the food. But this ritual is the key to everything. I know Elena would understand.
Elena, not Lena, my bad.
Tribute to the dead.
Feeding the living should outweigh the needs of the dead. I mean, if this will help with Fior's problems, but it probably won't.
But this does help the living. By appeasing the dead, we end the dangers their anger caused.
That's more superstition than anything else, but we are in a fantasy world, so who knows?
All will be well once more.
Okay, that seems a little unlikely. That's okay. What do you need us to do?
You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Okay. Whose bodies lie there?
Loggers from the old days.
Oh, we found the memorial, actually.
To make the land habitable and lost their lives.
Oh, we found like 2 of them before. Yeah. Okay, we've already found 2 out of these 3.
The second offering goes
to
a
we've been there.
In the swamp, far to the west from here.
And the third? Oh, whose spirits wander near the swamp?
They buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stairs wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fior.
Yeah, I have not gone east, but that's fine.
The encroaching wilds.
Okay, well, maybe this will help you find some peace as well. Oh, what can you tell me about this final grave?
Such a tragedy. A young family lost their lives there as the wilds encroached, swallowed before they could even flee.
Alright, maybe this will help you find some peace.
That is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Alright, will do. That's fine. I've located... Oh, defeat avenged spirits. Interesting. Now then, I think the only thing left is to go to the place that I've been putting off, which is, of course, to go to the governor. Yes, I heard you the first time, Pedro. Anyone here who wants to talk? No? Fine. Give me that. And we're here now.
How can you ignore what
it right in front of you. The Dreamscourge is here, in the soil.
Yeah, it's literally in the farm outside of town.
Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
No, I'm another Dreamscourge-ridden plague victim. Well, Karst, at your service.
Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just, we don't see many of your kind anymore.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
I'll do my best.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
We'll see about that, Marius.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Well, I do have official business, actually. I'm an Endearan envoy. Is that official enough? Well, actually, yeah, private discussion. You're arguing in the middle of town.
We have Giatta to thank for that.
As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad.
Sounds about right,
The
yes.
Dreamscourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms.
Well, that's why I'm here. Perhaps an animancer can help me stop it.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dreamscourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
Sounds like he wants to just rest on his laurels, huh? I thought animancers leapt at bold experimentation.
They do. And that's the kind of reckless behavior I'm
Are you an
trying to
animancer,
avoid.
actually? I don't even know that.
This is all we have time for. Before we can deal with the Dreamscourge, we first need to understand it.
True.
Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Ah.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
She's the one taking all the risks here.
You must be unfamiliar with animancy. There's always collateral damage. Are you going to tell her about your family's basement?
I actually didn't get into a basement.
Dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost.
Did you lose your parents? Is that how this guy became your surrogate father?
While we argue among ourselves, the Dreamscourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
Well, what was that about your family's basement?
It's nothing. Our governor is backed into a corner and lashing out. I almost respect him for it. Buy me a drink sometime, and I'll tell you all about my family's basement.
A deal. Huh, ale, wine, or something stronger?
All of the above. I have a lot of forgetting to do. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some
You know, I
time
didn't
away
actually
from my
officially invite you into my party, by the way. You're just inviting yourself along at this point. I never chose the dialogue option that said, hey, you should join me.
Your responsibilities are
I mean, it's fine. She's just joining, but like, I didn't actually... The conversation never led up to this point, you
Everything I
know?
have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Iverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
Really?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
You're making a mistake.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Iverno. But you...
I have been pronouncing it correctly, okay.
Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west, by the workshop.
Alright, sounds good. Oh. I was kind of hoping to explore the governor's house. Oh, there you go. Sure, you do that. Oh, for the camp. I see. How considerate of you. Or bedroom key. Alright, I'm sure I can find that. Is there a painting of his father around here? You know, the guy who was running this place beforehand? The one who's apparently a lot more reasonable? No?
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
Well, that's nice. Now, why the heck is the governor's house not being swept for cobwebs? And the walls are peeling apart. Why is this place so poorly kept up, Okay, well, nothing of note in here. Ignacy Vidaro's journal. I have sworn to the people on my family's honor that there is no Dreamscourge in Emerald Stair. If it exists, it cannot touch our lands. When I'm alone at night, I must remind myself of that promise again and again, even if I must scream it to these empty halls. So why do I feel threads pulling away from the fabric of my community while I strain to hold them together? It's the old man and his protege, or else my imagination, but probably them. Mother's condition isn't helping my cause, neither does wine. What do you mean, mother's condition? What happened to her? Bedroom key. Ooh, Valian breastplate. Is this heavy or light? Oh, medium. Okay. Damage reduction. It seems pretty good, actually. Additional damage reduction. But I lose that I lose the constitution. That's a shame. Alright. I'm gonna roll with this for now, unless someone tells me, different. Okay. Some lore-related stuff. Feel free to pause. Okay. Alright. And then a letter. Estelle's copy of the midwife's memoirs. I don't know who Estelle even is, so. Anonymous letter. Governor Vidaro, all this talk of the Dreamscourge infecting this land has grown too large to ignore. If it was just Kalichi, we could see our way past it. Call him senile and the discussion's over, yes? But now Giada is speaking for him, and you'd be hard-pressed to find an animancer who doesn't trust Giada Castell. To put it plainly, we demand results of one kind or another. Let the old man do his research or find some way to discredit him. If you're lucky, he'll discredit himself. What are you afraid of, Ignacy? We wonder. Either way, this has to end. It's tearing us apart. Your father would have put a stop to it by now. You're with patience, your friends in town. This guy seems like an ineffective leader. Okay. Giada's agricultural report. Governor, my research points to one inevitable conclusion. The harvest will fail. Before you ignore me again, read on. Listen, my father spoke of a river of souls flowing through the island. The souls feed our crops and power our machines. We agree on that much. What do you think happens when the river gets polluted? If you don't believe me, look at your own farms. The soil is hollow. It might even have the Dreamscourge. I saw that. The time has come to break the bones of the living lands and set them in a more agreeable fashion. It may be Fior Iverno's only hope. We should discuss this in person. I'm confident you'll see reason. Best, Giada Castell.
I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Giada is a spirited animancer, but she can be intolerable at times.
Kind of feels like you only got this position because your father had it before you.
To Fior Iverno.
You really don't believe this crisis is as bad as it looks?
I believe the nature of the living lands is unpredictable, and animancy is our best chance at getting it under control.
Then how's that going for
What
you?
Giada wishes to do is more dangerous by far than what she's trying to solve. Quilici wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald Stair, it's that old man and his fear-mongering. Don't waste your time on him.
Why are you so afraid of him?
He was loyal to my father. but never to me.
Okay,
he
and
knows
power
to carry
base?
others to
Yeah,
his
you're
side.
afraid of losing your power? I
He
see how it
reminds
is.
me of a lieutenant I served under.
Yep.
Led us into a trap because he wouldn't admit his maps were wrong.
If there's nothing more, I have a city to run.
Of course you do. There's a lot out here. I'm gonna ignore that. I found your father. His body is in a cave by a riverside grotto.
What? It's been so long since I gave up hope. In his final days, he was fond of going out into the wilderness, and increasingly less fond of returning. Mother seemed to understand, but I never did.
He stayed in the Living Lands for you and trusted you to rule this place. Yeah.
That was father. But when he looked at you, he saw your potential. Everything you could be, and none of the flaws.
And you're disappointing him right now, sir.
I'll visit him one day, when I find my courage. At least now I can. You could have left me wondering, but you didn't. Thank you, Godlike. From the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome, I guess. I have more things to tell you about, apparently.
If you'll excuse me, my time is precious.
You are not excused. I rooted out a camp of Steel Garrote paladins hiding in the wilderness.
The Steel Garrote? Here?
Yep.
Well, well. Apparently nature is not the only foe in Emerald Stair. Worse, my rangers turned a blind eye to it.
Well, actually, they're getting killed for it.
Satisfy my curiosity. Why am I hearing this from the Adiran envoy? Don't you and the Steel Garrote share the same master?
I serve the Empire, they serve a god. True.
I'm glad that you recognize the difference. Take this with my
thanks.
gratitude. And let us pray this is the last we've seen of the Steel Garrote.
A tree ate one of your people. Do you still think there's no crisis in Emerald Stair? Oh yeah, I saw that out there.
No one is denying that the Living Lands is a dangerous frontier.
You know there were some rangers that got the Dreamscourge and became Dream Thralls, right?
This city has fought a war of attrition since the day my father laid the first stone. We have always persisted, and nothing will change that. Nothing.
Right. You're telling me a carnivorous tree is perfectly normal, then?
Oh, it's far from perfect. But it's ours. I know the Living Lands must seem wild and untamed to one so accustomed to the comforts of court. Some of us have the distinction to call this place home. Sharp edges and all. We can outlast the wilderness.
Seems a bit petty to bring that up. I'm not going to mention the last thing. Alright. I'll come back to report more stuff to you, I guess, in the future. Now then, Giada, you are back at your house, which I have visited before, yes. Hello, hello, I'm told something about your basement.
It did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
I'm looking for the basement, but I don't see anything. Is there anything hidden or... Oh. Hello. Can I go in here? Giada's basement key. Okay, well there's the basement. Also, it occurs to me I forgot to use that bedroom key on the door on the lower level, so I should probably go and do that real quick. Where am I? Vidaro Family Mansion. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this town is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. That's fine. Let me in. What have we got? Your mother around here? Yes, she is.
The governor's mother? Blessed a shame.
Oh. She has the Dreamscourge. Well, that's not good. Letter to my son. Ignacy, I write this in a rare moment of clarity. Before he left us, your father was a proud, stubborn, wonderful man. Let me offer you a word of advice on his behalf. Those who rule with power are destined to be overthrown by power, yup. Those who rule with heart are destined to be cherished long after they're gone. You care more about power right now. I can feel the fog drifting back over my thoughts. Goodbye, Ignacy. Hopefully not for long. Your mother, Estel. Shimmering wings, gnashing teeth, chew through the dirt. Where are my hands, Ignacy? Where are my hands? My hands, my hands, my hands. Yeah, okay. I wonder if I can actually talk to her. Flower of Winter by Maxim Vidaro. Ah. From your husband, yes? Or your brother, I don't... Or his brother, I don't remember the name of the dude. Oh, yes, so it is the husband. Well, I'm glad that you at least understood that much.
Where do you go? Ignacy. Where is Ignacy?
He's upstairs.
He's dancing in and out of my mouth. No darkness.
Okay, should I talk to him about this? I feel like I should talk to him about this. Well, if a dream plague infection or outbreak happens in the city, it will not be me with the other ranger, it'll be him with his mother. Okay, got it. I have you to blame then.
Stay a while. See for yourself what animancy has done for our community.
Right, so why is your mother locked up in your bedroom?
I knew I heard someone snooping about. And you have the gall to confront me like a common criminal.
Yes, I do.
This conversation is over.
Does she have the Dreamscourge?
That is not a topic for discussion. I'll hear no more of this. You go about your business, and I'll go about mine.
Relax, Amakul. Just asking questions.
Yeah. Pointed questions, yes. Alright. Back to Giada's. Multiple people want to talk to me back at camp, but we'll leave that for later, I think. Hello, Giada.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giada, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile...
I'm kind of interested in the necklace she's wearing. Like, is there a function to that, or is that just for design purposes? He's focusing on the wrong problems, that's for certain.
What does he know? He isn't
Also,
even
he's not an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... Curses. Without Fior, Miss Iverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
You stuck to your principles, that's what matters. I'm sorry about your exile, Giada.
So am I. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms.
True.
The Dreamscourge has been a thorn in my side for too
long. You talk like you have a vendetta against it.
In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dreamscourge. But that's a story for another day.
Okay.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
Well, I'm not antagonizing anyone. I've worked with animancers before, from a safe distance.
It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Our first order of business is the Dreamscourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
You think there might be a connection?
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Clearing out your basement? Are you alright?
I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior, Miss Iverno. Forever.
It's not, I mean, he should say something, that's very true. Nothing ends. Think of it as a new beginning with new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dreamscourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
So it's a professional consultation we're after. I can handle that.
Glad to hear it. Your education should come in handy.
Here's
Manto
hoping.
Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful.
Isn't she the one who runs the farm?
Southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of
I'm
Fior.
sure I met them. They just didn't say
Each of
anything to
them
me
owes
then.
Me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dreamscourge.
Sounds good. Sounds like I have my work cut out for me. So what's your theory anyway?
I'd rather not speculate until we have more data. If you have questions, I'm sure the others can answer them. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Alright.
She's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Main protagonist as well. Alright, we're going to call it right here. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw here today and that you're doing well wherever you are. Next episode, it looks like I'm going to be consulting all of these various animancers before she'll actually join our party. And I will see you next time. So, this has been Karst with Avowed. Have a great day. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye now.